Hey, Greg here, and in this video I'm going to show you the 3 simple steps that you can take immediately to stop you from gaining weight. Tip number 1, track your meals. Now, it's really important that you know what you're actually putting into your body, because if you have no idea about what you're consuming, we really have no idea how we can fix the situation that you're in. The scales are increasing each time and we're not sure how it's happening. The first thing you've got to do is track your meals. You've got to find out exactly how many calories you're consuming, how many times a day you're eating, are you skipping meals, is there big gaps between meals, is there little gaps between meals, whatever it is, we've got to find out exactly what's going on. And if you use something like MyFitnessPal, which is a free app available to anyone on the iPhone or an Android, you can simply track your meals. Each time you eat, it takes between 10 and 20 seconds to put in one meal. Do this on a daily basis, and then at the end of each day we can track your progress. At the end of each week we can find out, right, how many meals have you eaten over the 7 days, what's your average daily caloric intake, and how many meals each day are you skipping, whatever the problem is. You'll find it quite simply. Track your meals is tip number 1. Tip number 2, eat 50 grams or less of carbohydrates. In most diets that we're provided these days, the carbohydrates are not really quantified. And here's the problem. If you are insulin resistant, which to be honest, 7 out of 10 people are. So if you're struggling and you're gaining weight and you're not losing weight even on a low calorie diet, even though you're exercising quite regularly, it's more than likely that you're insulin resistant. And the insulin resistant means that you cannot absorb more than 50 grams of carbs a day. And for some people, you actually need to consume less than 50 grams, possibly even down as low as 20 grams of carbs a day. As I said in tip 1, if you're tracking your meals and you're tracking your foods, you'll actually be able to find in much more detail where the problem is. And if on a daily basis you're consuming more than 50 grams of carbs, okay, and the scales are going up and up and up, even though you're exercising on a regular basis, even though you're on a low calorie diet, then it's the carbs is the next step. We want to get those carbs down. Have a look at this graph. If your BMI is quite high and you're consuming a huge amount of carbohydrates, then have a look along it and you'll see that as you go along and you reduce the carbs, you have to actually get quite low before you actually start to drop body weight. For example, someone who's got a BMI of 40 or above and they are consuming more than 20 grams of carbs a day, you can see it takes quite a while to start to drop that body weight. There you go. Reduce carbs, 50 grams or less per day, track your foods, and you should be on to a win. Tip number 3, you have to sweat. If you're not losing weight, even though your carbs are quite low and you're tracking your meals and your calories are at the right level, sweating is the issue. It means you're not sweating enough. If you sweat, your body will actually start to release toxins out of its body fat stores. You will burn a significant more energy. The energy expenditure will be quite higher because your body's having to regulate your thermic temperature. There are many reasons why you need to sweat. How do we sweat? A couple of ways you can do this. Obviously, exercise is probably the first go-to place. So if you're exercising on a daily basis of at least 20 to 35 minutes and at the right intensity, you're going to sweat. And you're going to sweat quite profusely. Another way you can sweat is by using an infrared sauna. And the beauty of an infrared sauna is that you can actually sit in there for about 30 minutes and you actually burn the same amount of calories as you would during a 20-minute training session. Good thing is if you've got high blood pressure or you've got heart problems, you can do this quite easily, just literally by sitting in the sauna and letting the infrared waves get into your body, get into the fat stores itself, makes the molecules of the water molecules resonate. Okay, this comes out as steam and this basically releases toxins and it has a huge thermic effect on the body. We can raise the core temperature of the human body up to 37 degrees. It can take up to an hour for your body to cool down again. The calorie expenditure in that is massive. There's my 3 tips to stop you from gaining weight and seeing the scales going down rapidly. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share and subscribe. Hit that button below, subscribe, and you'll get notifications each time that I release a video. This is Greg, and hopefully see you soon.